anyone's vote within 2 minutes. Every single vote that has been cast in this General Assembly, whether it's this year or last year. So what I did is I researched our neighborhood state of New Hampshire. So if anybody can grab their iPhone or iPad and go to New Hampshire General Court. And when you open up New Hampshire General Court, there's a box which is listed as voting records under state legislature. And this is the dashboard that New Hampshire uses. When you click on voting records, what pops up is the House and Senate of New Hampshire. You hit the search button, and it will pop up any legislator that's elected in the New Hampshire General Court. So what I did is I picked out the first senator that was popped up by name of Avard, and I hit done, and within not even 30 seconds, it shows on the screen every bill that starting from January 14th, 2006, every single bill in chronological order, what the bill was, what the description was, and how that person voted and what the outcome of the vote was. And by clicking even, if you go one step back, you can go to every single year that that individual was elected in New Hampshire, whether it's in the House and Senate. And I think we need transparency, not only to have these votes to be placed within 30 seconds, but I think we have to use a different system, to use Microsoft Word. Right now, here in this General Assembly, if we want to find out how an individual voted, we'd have to find out, number one, what the date was. We'd have to go to the journal, find the bill number, or even on the General Assembly website, the bill status, and then go back to the date that that individual voted. And it's by bill only or vote only. So if you want to find out how an individual member of the House or Senate voted in a calendar year or so far in this year, it would probably take you about 30 minutes to an hour, because you would have to open up every single bill page by page and vote by vote. But not only allowing this this system to be have your vote recorded within 30 minutes, but also the way that it's recorded and the way it's on the General Assembly website is we have to do a little bit of changes. And the fiscal note on this is about $150,000. I've had introduced this legislation, like I said earlier, several years ago, but I think it's something that as we look forward to be more transparent, I think this is a very, very good beginning, and it's very simple. All you have to do is go look at the New Hampshire General Court and look on the voting records, and you can find out every senator and rep. And they have 435 members of their General Assembly, House members, and about 38 Senate members. And anyone from New Hampshire can find out how their legislator voted within 2 minutes. Every single bill, not only this current year, but if they've been there for 5 or 10 years, you can find it in about 2 minutes. And that's it, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Raptakis. Is there anyone still here that wishes to testify on this bill? Mr. Black, of course you do.
I'm here. Why not? It sounds like a great bill to me. I think, and Senator, I don't know if you mentioned it, but it was about $150,000 investment to bring that system in. That's a quite small price to pay for what ultimately becomes a hugely useful and beneficial window for the public to understand how this building works and how people are voting. Of all the ways money can be spent, this is a great one, and I'm fully supportive of it.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Black? Thank you. Senator Raptakis moves to hold Bill 2307 for further study, seconded by Senator Nesselbush. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The last bill of the evening is Senator Morgan's Bill 2305, a resolution to approve, publish, and submit to the electors a proposition of amendment to the Constitution for a majority vote requirement for general officers' election. Mr. Black, I think you might be the last show in town.
I'm opposed to this bill. In a good election year, we could get barely 50% of registered voters to vote. Why are we going to incur the cost of trying to get a majority of the minority of voters to vote for one candidate? It doesn't make any sense. I don't see the purpose of this bill. I don't see the benefits of the bill. I think the cost of the bill in runoff elections is high. And the benefit, again, with such a low voter turnout, I don't think it's meaningful. To find the majority of a minority doesn't tell us anything, and it doesn't actually help whoever wins to govern with any kind of any better authority than they would have ultimately. And I would encourage you to reject this bill as wasteful and ultimately without much purpose.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Block? Thank you. Senator Nesselbush moves to hold further study, seconded by Senator Matz. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Senator Conley moves to adjourn, seconded by Senator Archambault. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody, for staying so late.